Hi, Henk Akkermans here. Supply Chain Dynamics Chapter 8, Pilot Error, Clip number 3. Sales and Financials. So, first the sales. Of course, this is about production, but how much you will produce depends on the order backlog. And the order backlog, the main thing that we try to capture here is the phenomenon that for a customer it's pretty hard to see whether or not you will be on time or not. Remember from chapter 5, the ASML model, that customers will respond when they see that you cannot deliver on time. How they respond depends on the case, depends very much on the industry and the setting. In the case of ASML, since they needed your planes and you were the only one, your machines, and you were the only one who could get them, they would ask more. In this case, in case of planes where there are alternative suppliers, when your customers, the airlines, see that you cannot supply them on time, they will answer order less, they will cancel their orders because there are other suppliers as well. So, I would say we have a certain potential market, and by a pretty normal material delay, these turn into prospects. Depending, of course, on, and those prospects, they turn into new orders depending on the market attractiveness. How attractive you are in the market. How attractive are you in the market? Well, that depends on many things, but in this case, the only thing which is endogenous to the model is can we as airlines trust this manufacturer of airplanes to deliver on time? So there's a perceived delivery delay and there's an actually target delivery delay. And this one, the market attractiveness, actually divides the two. So if the perceived delivery delay is as short as the target production time, well, then the market attractiveness is 100% very good. If it's much longer, then the market attractiveness drops. So the longer that your customers assume that your delivery days will be, the less attractive that you'll become, and the fewer prospects will turn into new orders. This then, what you get in the beginning of a new aircraft development program is that there is no way of assessing for the customers whether or not you'll be on time. They can only trust you. Well, less and less you would say, but every time perhaps somebody once told me, people want to be lied to in business, and perhaps that's true here. So the customer order builds in the beginning, but of course the more customers there are there, the longer the current delivery delay becomes. In this sense, this becomes a self-defeating prophecy. And once the current delay becomes bigger, well, then the perceived delivery delay also becomes bigger. But this depends also on the scheduled first delivery, because all this only comes into view once the scheduled first delivery becomes into view. So the change in perception delay is if time is before the first scheduled delivery, then the only thing that customers have, because all this is a black box to them, is the target production time. That's what you say that you'll actually do. Once this is there, once they find out you're actually late, then they can look at planes that are currently being delivered and assess some information from that. And of course, the current delivery delay is the customer order fill backlog divided by the fill rate, plus a very small number here to make sure that all this doesn't become an infinite number, because initially the order fill rate is 0. What do customers do when they find out that it's taking you too long and they have already ordered up here? Well, they can cancel. And that's what they did, especially for the A380. Quite a number of the freighter planes were cancelled. It's a complex process, but here it basically says that if the customer, as soon as the market attractiveness drop, customers will start cancelling over a certain cancel delay, which is 5 years. So that's not a lot. That's 20% on an annual basis almost, and a lot shorter per month. But still, there is an outflow to the stock. And then, of course, you start manufacturing, and this is also a way to depleting the stock, by which you get a shorter delivery delay, by which you perceive delivery delay becomes shorter, and the market attractiveness grows for those people who join, those companies that join late in the market. So that's the manufacturing, the customer order process. For the financial flows, I'd rather go to here because I made a few changes. Now here we are at the modeling level. Now where is my financial flow? Here it is. So basically what this is bookkeeping. So I accumulate a number of detailed man years, a number of tooling man years, basic design man years. All these end up in development man years. On the other way around, I calculate here productivity and manufacturing capacity, so cumulative manufacturing man years. We can divide that by the number of man years sold, and you see actually how many development man years per unit sold, how many manufacturing man years per unit sold, but also how many, manufacturing, but also how many total man years per unit sold. And we'll be using these variables also in the end to make some assessments.